All right, welcome back to the Dowling Gym as we preview game number 2 here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN. Dowling and Valley, it's the boys' game coming up. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo. And Coach, welcome back. I know you kind of move around states of Iowa and Nebraska and South Dakota and touch the tips of Minnesota and Illinois, but you're back here after a long couple days, and it's Dowling Valley. It doesn't get any better than this, and it was a one-point game the last time the two boys teams met, huh?
Well, this is the game I raced home for. I mean, this is the one you want to see because emotions are going to be high, even though it's a Tuesday night. The crowd, a really good crowd for a Tuesday night, but emotions are going to be high. Maroons knock off Valley early in the season. Up until Cedar Falls, it was the only loss that Valley had, and you're going to expect, Valley going to come back with some great emotion, especially the advent of Zay Robinson into their lineup.
Yeah, he's come back, and this will be his fourth game, and averaged 25 points, 6.5 rebounds. And yes, he had to sit out because he was injured during football season. Found out he had a hairline fracture in his leg, and he tried to play through it during the playoffs and played in the state championship. And then they shut him down, and B.J. Windhorst said, yeah, he'll be ready next time we play at your place. And today's the day, and Robinson and company are here, but they have a very balanced team, and it's going to be exciting. You heard Coach Anderson's interview, I'm sure. Dowling boys are looking forward to it, but this is a game that could go either way, but it can also get away for either team if you're not careful.
Well, you look back to that first game that Dowling Valley played, and you saw the rise of Charlie Crane into the Dowling program as we didn't see much of Charlie last year. So Charlie comes in, gets early foul trouble, but yet comes into the game with a little bit of help from Alfred Coley, who we haven't seen much of, and the big men contributed to shutting down a very talented Trevin Urak for Valley, who, in my opinion, he's one of the best big men in the state of Iowa.
No question. You're gonna get a dose of him, and he's one of many that are good. How about the Jacobson kid over at Waukee, which Dowling will see next week? Those are pretty good post players. And then there's Charlie Crane. There's Charlie Crane, and he's kind of coming into his own, but he's the least experienced of all those three big guys who are rim protectors.
Rim protectors, but you see, not everybody, especially in past years, Dowling hasn't had a true big man until this year. Charlie Crane's providing something to Dowling that they have not had. But Trevin Urek, other guys we are not even discussing yet who are going to be huge contributors tonight are guys like Kiki Dang, Jaden McGregory. We talked about Zay Robinson for Valley. I mean, you go right down their list, their top 6, 7 guys are some of the best in the state. But you look at this Maroon team, and something that we have seen out of them is that these kids compete in every ounce of energy they have on the court. And so this is something I think Dowling comes in, they consider themselves an underdog still, and the underdog role is so powerful when emotions are high.
Well, they're going to be high here. These guys are ready to get at it. The officials are going to have their hands full, and this is going to be a lot of fun for the fans that are here. Not a bad crowd, and we're live streaming with CISN tonight, so thank you for dressing up as we're on TV along with our audio for radio. So appreciate that, Mr. Cataldo.
I'm waiting for the guy to come around the corner and film us. I mean, the pregame interview is a pregame interview, but that's great. I mean, for those fans who can't attend the game, you're looking at a really good sized crowd. For, like I said, for a Tuesday night, you have people staying who watch the girls' game. You got some alumni in the stands that I see. So both sides, this is a game that you want to come and see if either you're a Dowling Valley alum or a Dowling Valley fan or just a basketball fan in general.
Well, both teams are ranked in the top 10. Dowling at number 9 and Valley at number 2, and the Tigers, a 2-time defending champs. It's a Central Iowa Metro League showdown coming up. We'll come back after this 1-minute break, and we'll have starting lineups. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadale from the Dowling Gym here on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610, ashworthvision.com.
Support for programming funded by Blessment International. We bring the good news of the gospel to South African children and their families through faith formation and locally sustainable programs. As the Fellowship of Christian Athletes location for all South Africa, our Sports for Christ complex provides student access to friendly competition where discipline and dedication are developed. Learn how you can support programs like Sports for Christ or experience the hands-on engagement of a mission trip at blessmentinternational.org.
Support for programming is provided by construction professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
All right, we're back here at the Dowling Gym for game number 2 on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, Dowling and Valley. Earlier tonight, it was the Dowling girls a winner, 78-53 over the Valley Tigers, and fans have filed in for game 2, the top 10 matchup in 4A. Dowling won the first meeting by 1 over at the Valley Gym back in December. Jimmy, give me some of your matchups here before we get to our starting lineups.
Well, we talked off the bat. Look at the big men, Charlie Crane and Trevin Urak, and we just had talked about it. Who's going to stay out of foul trouble early? And we know Charlie Crane has some issues getting into foul trouble early, so if he can stay out of foul trouble, that bodes well for him. But then you look at the guard matchup. I think Kiki Dang is a guy that the Maroons have to identify because his ability to get to the rim and shoot are two big things for Valley. But still, what you got to do as a Valley or Dowling Maroon, you got to force Valley into shooting the ball outside the three-point range. Force those guys out there because the Maroons have the ability to get rebounds, push transition, and transition defense both sides because both teams want to run.
Well, both teams in the top 10 in the latest Class 4A rankings that came out. You can also see those on CISN's website. Cedar Falls, number 1 ranked team in Class 4A, followed by Valley at number 2. Waukee Northwest is 3rd. Kennedy is 4th out of Cedar Rapids, and Muscatine 5th. 6 through 10 has Linmar, Waukee, Johnson at number 8, Dowling 9th, and Dubuque Senior number 10 in the latest Class 4A boys basketball rankings. Take a look at the starting lineups tonight for the Valley Tigers. The visiting team, they come in with a record of 8-2, averaging 66 points on offense, giving up 55 points on defense. Their head coach is B.J. Windhorse in his 11th year at Valley, 216 wins, 57 losses, 79% winning percentage. He coached 4 years down at Clarinda and 8 years at Southeast Polk. And his 23rd year overall. He's 2 wins shy of career win number 400. And he's assisted by Matt Carter and Brian Rickey. And Tigers will start this lineup at point guard, Zay Robinson, a 6'1 senior, averaging 25 points and 6.5 rebounds. He'll wear number 4. The other guard is Kiki Dang, a 6'4 senior, averaging 14.5 points, 5.5 rebounds. And the third guard, Jaden McGregory, a 6'2 junior, averaging 14 points, just under 5 rebounds. He'll wear number 24. At one forward, Marcus McGregor, a 6'3 senior, averaging 6 points, 2.5 rebounds. Headed to the University of Cincinnati to play football. McGregor wears number 54. And at center, the big guy, Trevin Urak, 6'9 senior, headed to Northern Iowa to play Division I basketball, averaging 14 points, 8.5 rebounds. And Urak will wear number 52. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons are coached by Justin Einertson in his second year at Dowling, 20 wins, 14 losses, 9th overall, 77 wins, 111 losses. 7 years at Des Moines Lincoln. He's assisted by Jimmy Nahas, Zach Nicholson, and Kevin O'Hare. And the Maroons will start this lineup. It'll be basically a 4-guard lineup. The point guard is Noah Martins, a 5'11 junior, averaging 13 points. He'll wear number 11. The second guard is Nathan Jenkins, a 6'1 junior, averaging 8 points. The third guard is Lucas Paoli, a 6'2 senior, averaging 8.5 points. And Noah Martins, or rather Maddox Apol, the fourth guard, is 6'1 junior, averaging 5.5 points. And at center, Dowling's rim protector is Charlie Crane, a 6'9 junior, averaging 12 points and has 38 blocks. Maroons are 8-2. They come in averaging 60 points on offense and 51 points on defense. And that is the tale of the tape. Chris Lynch, Joey Tonzel, and Scott Cook are our officials, and we're underway. And the Tigers win the tip. They'll be going left to right, Jimmy, wearing their road black uniforms with red numbers and white border.
One thing to look for is how fast Valley tries to get out and push the the tempo of this game. They've been waiting for this game for over a month. Now it's in front of them. It's going to be interesting how fast they go.
And here's Urek underneath, battling Crane. His shot up and good. Trevin Urek averaging 14 points. And now a steal by Valley as they poke the ball away. And now a layup up and good by the Tigers. And that's Kiki Dang with the steal and basket. And Tigers up 4-0. And a foul on Dowling. That'll be on Noah Martins.
Valley comes out with a 1-2-1 zone, 1-2-2-1 zone, and forces Dowling into that turnover. And again, transition defense is going to be critically important for the Maroons as Valley's going to try to force turnovers and push the tempo.
Free throw is no good by Kiki Ding, an 83% free throw shooter. Rebound Dowling, and now tripping over his own foot is Dowling. Lucas Paoli, and they said the ball went off the leg of the Tigers, Zay Robinson.
Vantage point didn't look much as going off his knee, but Maroons get a break. Got to figure out how they're going to cut that zone. Don't dribble through it. Try to pass through it.
Can't go to the monitor in high school, but I'm sure there's replay on CISN. But nonetheless, Dowling with the ball as they go right to left in their home white uniforms with maroon numbers and trim, and that is a pull-up jumper in the lane, no good by Noah Martins, and rebound Dowling. Coming away with it is Nathan Jenkins. Jenkins will launch the three. It's up and no good. Rebound Paoli and Dowling underneath the Crane. His shot no good. Dowling's got a lid on that basket. Rebound Valley, and the Tigers up 4-0. Now here's Jurek hitting the deck. Kept the ball alive.
Interesting, no travel call there.
And a backdoor cut layup good by McGregory. Jaden McGregory, and it's 6-0 Valley. Now Dowling down court in transition. Charlie Crane shoots and scores. The Maroons' big guy gets involved.
Maroons got to find that extra pass on that dribble drive. Nate Jenkins at that time goes hard to the basket. Charlie Crane gets loose on the backside.
Here's Dang going in the lane. He has the ball stripped away, and now the other way. Martin's layup is good. He went right around McGregor for the basket. Noah Martins. 6-4 Valley. Tigers jumped out to a 6-0 lead, and Dowling's responded with back-to-back baskets. Now Dang with it, dribbles left side. Leaves it for McGregory. Now they swing it to the right wing. Dang. Bounce pass on the right block. Urek now tries to find a cutter. Underneath it's McGregory. He posts up, and he could be traveling with the basketball, I believe. Nope. Joey Townsend said, nope, foul on Dowling. That'll be on Noah Martins, his second. So foul trouble already for the Maroons, and Keelis will check in. Giovanni Keelis, 6'3 junior, wearing number 15 for Dowling. He'll replace Noah Martins. Maroons basically start a four-guard offense with Charlie Crane in the post. The ball tipped out of bounds on the inbounds play. It'll be Valley possession. 2 team fouls on Dowling here in the first quarter, and none on Valley.
Looking at the shot clock here, making sure the shot clock is correct.
I think Scott Cook and Joey Townsend are going to have a visit here.
You're only talking about a couple seconds there because the shot clock reset on the foul.
Well, there's, again, no monitor in high school, so they have to go with their best who saw what, and Joey's got his crew together, and it'll be 35 in the shot clock, so they just reset it. Urek has it, guarded by Crane. Urek dribbles in the lane, puts a shot up, partially blocked, no good, and rebound tipped out of bounds. And they say it went off Valley. And the Dowling student section across from us supporting Charlie Crane's block.
It's going to be extremely difficult for Charlie to body Trevin Urek. Trevin is giving Charlie, what, about 50 pounds and strength. And
Urek at 6'10". Crane is nearly 6'10". He's 6'9.5", but the weight and the muscle differential. Charlie a junior, and Urek headed to UNI next year. Here's Capola. He's isolated on Robinson. Maddox, left block, backs Kiki Dang into the paint. And now Keelis has the ball stripped away by McGregor. Outlet pass to Robinson. His shot up and good. Zay Robinson with his second basket, or his first basket of the night, excuse me. That's his first 2 points. 8-4 Valley. And now a foul on the Tigers on the offensive end for Dowling. This will be on Urak, his first.
With the Maroons' four-guard offense, the guy that you got to look for the mismatch is whomever is being guarded by McGregor. McGregor is more of an inside presence, much slower than the Maroons' offensive player. So that is the mismatch the Maroons took advantage of the first time through.
Now Maddox Capola gets it inside, lobs it in actually to Paoli, and Paoli's pass is stolen away by Robinson. Tigers in the front court. This is McGregory with it. And Jaden shot up and good. Little leaner in the lane, and he's got 4 points. And the Tigers out to a 10-4 lead. So it's been a game of runs. Valley got out to a 4-0 lead. Dowling scored the next 4 points. And then the Tigers have run off a little flurry here of 6 points. And a timeout called on the court by Dowling. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. With 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, our score, Valley 10, Dowling Catholic 4 here in this boys contest. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls were a winner. Our thanks to Bows and the Florist, Construction Professionals, Blessman International, and Ashworth Vision Clinic, our supporters here on Iowa Catholic Radio, and for CISN, their supporters all season long, and their sponsors. And Jimmy, your thoughts here on this first almost 4 minutes of the contest.
Well, it was the emotions of the first 3 minutes that we knew we'd see out of Valley and their up-tempo quickness to force Dowling into turnovers. Dowling has 3 turnovers so far in this early part of this first quarter, which has led to baskets on both sides for Valley. So Maroons have to get more control of the basketball, have value of a possession, work a little bit of the shot clock, but most definitely they got to work on their speed. Find the mismatch with McGregor, who's out at this time, and brought in Davison.
All right, they lobbed the ball into Capola at half court, and he was battling Jaden Davidson, who's just checked in, number 12 for the Valley Tigers, 5'10 senior, who's a part-time starter. Now we got a whistle and a foul on Dowling. We'll get Paoli with the loose ball foul right in front of us. So Lucas picks up his first foul, third team foul on the Maroons.
Valley's really going to get their hands in those passing lanes, and you're seeing, multiple times Kiki Dane getting his hands and getting the ball loose. Zay Robinson there, and of course Jaden McGregory. So it's kind of pick your poison right now if you're the Maroons, but find some leadership, handle the ball as much as you can.
Here's Urak, stops in the lane, his shot up, no good. Gets a follow-up shot, it's good. Offensive rebound by Urak, and he's got 4 points, and the Tiger lead is 8. 12-4 over Dowling. 3:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Now a 10-second call as the Maroons can't get the ball over half court. Good pressure by the Tigers. They come out with a little 1-2-2 action there, Jimmy.
Well, again, it's a zone press, forcing the Maroons into slowing the ball down. Reverse the ball, keep passing it. The Maroons are forcing themselves into corners. And if you're an offensive player, you never want to stop or find yourself into a corner where the defensive guy can use the out of bounds as a third defender.
Turnover against Dowling. Now here's Urak down the lane. And he travels with the basketball. Good deflection that time by the Maroons. Paoli kind of went down to help, and he lost his dribble. So Tigers will continue that 2-2-1 full court press. Maroons inbound the ball, trailing 12-4. 3.5 to go. Here's Paoli with it. Gets to Keelis. Gio. As Valley looks like settling into a zone here. Keelis takes McGregory on the baseline, pull-up jumper, no good, and a rebound out to Kiki Dang and Valley. Tigers running in the front court. Here's McGregory with it, bounce pass to Urak, backs in against Crane, and his turnaround shot good. Nice move. He's got all the moves, doesn't Urak? He's got 6 here in the first half, and the Valley leads 10.
Immediately forcing Charlie Crane into the block.
Dowling in transition, three-pointer no good, rebound Robinson. Outlet pass to Dang. Kiki in the lane, has the ball poked away, gets it back, put up jumper is no good, rebound Dowling. As Martin's back in with 2 fouls. Noah, a 2-point shot, they say, it's no good. Maroons trying to run themselves back into the game. Jaden Davison with the rebound, and the Tigers in the front court. Here's McGregory with it in the lane, finds Urak, has a ball stripped away by Keelis off of Urak. Now the Tigers, Jimmy, if you notice, they only go to about 2 reserves off the bench. That's about it. They're not very deep this year. And Dowling will probably be a little deeper, maybe one advantage for the Maroons tonight.
Well, Valley only played six total guys the first time around with Zay Robinson being on the bench. But bringing Zay back allows Valley to add one more to the rotation.
That reverse layup, good. Maddox Coppola looked like he was going to get the outlet pass to the guy on the wing, and Maddox reverse layup, good. So he has 2 points. And the Maroons now trail 14-6. With 2:15 to go here in the first quarter. Dowling girls a winner in game one, 78-53 over Valley. Robinson now the pass to Dang, dribbles baseline against Coppola, spins, and his shot partially blocked by Moore, gets his own rebound, and the putback is no good, and a foul on Dowling. And free throws coming for the Valley Tigers as Quincy Moore, 6'5" senior, picks up the foul for the Maroons coming off the bench.
You're defending 3 spin moves as if you're the Maroons. Have you seen it out of Kiki? You've seen it out of Zay Robinson. You've seen it out of Jaden McGregory. It's just it's an offensive move that becomes very, very difficult if you're not as quick as the offensive player, and Valley's able to deploy at least 3 guys with the moves down low.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Catholic Tuition Organization, Fast Signs in Clive, and Mercy One. Ding hits the first free throw, second one on the way, good. He's 2 out of 3 at the line. He has 4 points for the Valley Tigers. Ding, a 6'4" senior, leads the team with 15 steals, and now pressure in the backcourt by Valley. Martins now tries to find Coppola underneath, and the ball is deflected off Coppola, out of bounds to Valley.
Right idea by the Maroons. Attack the zone. You get more up-tempo. Don't just dribble it. Attack it. Force Valley to move around in that press to break it. Found Maddox Coppola, which I believe Maddox got to have a tremendous game here in the latter three quarters. He's a guy that can certainly score in buckets, and he's gotten the confidence of the last couple games.
All right, minute 50 remaining in the first quarter of this boys Class 4A Central Iowa Metro League Conference game, the rematch. Dowling won the first meeting by 1 over at the Valley Gym back on December 13th, 54-53, and now the Tigers with the lead here. McGregory in the lane, layup good. Boy, they isolated everybody. Didn't know who was going to take it. McGregory with the 6 point. And the Tiger lead is now 12, 18-6 over Dowling. Now Paoli's pass stolen away by McGregory. Now the break as the ball goes out of bounds. They try to get over to Dang, and it goes off of Valley. So McGregory and Dang are discussing that last play. We do it all the time in practice, and it didn't happen here.
This is a team that's so used to each other. They've been together for the most part 2+ years. So they know each other pretty well.
We'll take a 1-minute break. Minute 15 remaining here in the first quarter. 18-6. Valley leads Dowling on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Iowa Catholic Radio is AM 1150, KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM, K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 KIHS Adel Panora, and 89.9 KCSL Spencer Spirit Lake.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Mercy One is proud to support Iowa Catholic Radio. Mercy One has convenient locations right in your neighborhood. From unexpected illnesses to regular checkups, Mercy One is here for you. Schedule online at mercyone.org.
All right, we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym here in West Des Moines. Tuesday night, high school girls and boys basketball. Dowling boys out of the timeout. They get a shot by Charlie Crane. It's no good. And the rebound out to Valley. And cold shooter. Can't wait to hear those numbers in the end of the first quarter, Jimmy, as Valley comes down and a foul on Crane and free throws coming for Valley as Charlie Crane picks up his first foul.
Valley going to the line for the 3rd time here in this first quarter. They're going to the line, as we talked earlier in the pregame, 70 more times to the free throw line than Dowling is. They're just finding themselves, as you attack the basket, they're getting fouled, and they're taking advantage of these points.
Jaden McGregory, a 63% free throw shooter on the year, hits the first free throw. Valley 3 out of 4 at the free throw line in this first quarter. Keyless will check out, and checking in for the Maroons will be Noah Martins, playing with 2 fouls. 5 fouls on Dowling, so every Dowling foul, Valley will be shooting 2 shots. Tigers with just 1 foul here in the first quarter. Second free throw good by McGregory, so the Tigers 4 out of 5 at the line here in the first quarter. 20-6, Valley by 14. Maroons break the press. Here's Martins with it. Swings it over to Jenkins, Noah Jenkins. As Valley now has gotten out of that press that went into his zone. Now they're staying man-to-man. Now backdoor cut, and Jenkins pass deflected into the hands of Paoli. And now here is Martins with it. Over to Paoli for 3. It's no good. And a loose ball foul on Crane. That'll be his second. So 26 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and Charlie Crane picks up his second foul, and we'll see Quincy Moore check in for the Maroons for the second time. Dowling has went to its bench. Quincy Moore and Gio Keyless have both been in the contest.
You know, second foul on Charlie Crane, as we talked, him staying out of foul trouble is going to be critical. The Maroons can't go too deep under their bench to take on Urek. But second foul with just a couple seconds left in the first quarter, Charlie's going to come out and protect that.
All right, McGregor, the left-handed offensive lineman, headed to the University of Cincinnati. Did you guys have an answer for him this year?
Yeah, we had a few.
Did you?
The football games were so competitive, and it was one of those you just, gosh, you wish you.
McGregor, 6'3" senior. Second free throw good. Got a great shot. Playing Division I football at Cincinnati, and now Dowling trails 22-6. 16-point lead for the Tigers, their largest thus far. With 15 seconds remaining, shot clock turned off. Dowling with the ball. Here's Paoli versus his motion to the basket. Leaves it for Nathan Jenkins, and now 5 seconds remaining. Here's Capola. Maddox in the lane. His shot blocked out of bounds by Zay Robinson. So with 2 seconds remaining, the Maroons will inbound the ball. Martins will throw it in for the Maroons. Noah gets it to Quincy Moore, and now Moore gets it back to Martins. He was still out of bounds. Can't do that.
He didn't establish himself onto the court with both feet before he got the ball, and that will be a turnover.
So Valley will have 1 shot, and they're not going to take it. So we've come to the end of the first quarter here at the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines. Our score, the Valley Tigers 22, Dowling Catholic 6, in a matchup of top 10 boys teams. Valley at number 2 and the 2-time defending champions. Dowling at number 9. We'll return with the second quarter in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Hi, this is Chad Steiner with the Emmaus Institute, bringing you a Bible book in a minute. The smaller book of Lamentations follows the prophet Jeremiah, and although it's an anonymous work, it draws heavily on the themes and images of its predecessor. What is this book all about? It's a deep dive into the trenches of human suffering. The Lord desires to be present with us, even in our deepest and most painful moments. Catholics often hear the phrase, "offer it up." In its songs and poems, the Book of Lamentations teaches us, through the sufferings of Israel, how to offer up our whole selves to the Lord, even when we're at our lowest. It's this disposition of trust that allowed Jesus to cry out to the Father from the garden and from the cross. So let's embrace Lamentations as a sure guide for offering ourselves to God, especially in the darkest times. This has been your Bible book in a minute. For a closer look at Christ in the Scriptures, join us at EmmausInstitute.net.
A message from Iowa Catholic Radio.
All right, we're back at the Dowling Gym, second quarter. Valley 22, Dowling 6, alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadeo, as we simulcast on Iowa Catholic Radio with our partners at CISN, as they provide the live stream tonight, CISN.TV and their crew. And now here is Paoli at the free throw line, no good. Can't wait to hear those numbers, Jimmy, here at the end of the first quarter, because the Maroons are not shooting very well, and Valley obviously is. Tigers in the front court, now a backdoor cut. They try to get it to Robinson. It's saved from going out of bounds by the Maroons. Here's Capola in the front court to Martins. Noah with it, kicks it over to Paoli for three, up good. First three-pointer of the night for Dowling, and it's Lucas Paoli with his first three.
Maroons are one of four from three-point range so far tonight. Definitely got to hit these, as we've seen their percentage from the three-point arc increase over the last several games, so they're getting hot at the right time.
Here's Deng with it. He's cut off, gets underneath the Urak. His shot up and good as he went right around Quincy Moore of Dowling. Urak with 8 points.
Valley has 8 buckets. All 8 buckets are at the rim. They have not taken an outside shot, three-point shot or likewise the whole night.
All right, here's Martins with it for the Maroons. Tries to get in the corner to Jenkins, and it's stolen away by Valley, and down court goes Robinson, layup good. That leg looks pretty good. Zay Robinson with 4 points here in the first half. 26-9 Valley. Capola for three, it's no good. And the rebound, Valley and McGregory. Outlet pass to Robinson. Zay with it, he'll wait for his teammates. Now backdoor cut, layup good. That is McGregory on the pass from Robinson.
Maroons are finding themselves chasing their offensive player or defender, and a lot of times Valley's finding their way cutting to the basket wide open.
Jaden McGregory with 10 points here in the first half. Now another steal by the Tigers. McGregory with it. Down court, lobs it over to Robinson, and he slams it through right over Capola. Zay Robinson with this 6 point. Wow.
It's an incredible ability to get elevated, and you're seeing what Zay Robinson does best, being athletic.
Now we got a jump ball called. Quincy Moore put the ball on the floor and is tied up by Deng. Jaden Davidson returned to the Valley lineup, number 12. He'll replace the big guy, Marcus McGregor.
So going back to Valley, Valley is now has 9 buckets, 10 buckets, all at the rim. They have not attempted a three-point shot yet, and I can't recall a shot they've taken outside of 5 feet. So they're certainly making their prowess at the rim, and the Maroons are failing to defend it.
Well, Crane and Martins are on the are on the bench for Dowling, and then they've taken out their big guy, Quincy Moore. Now a long three coming. It's no good by McGregory. Rebound Dowling. Into the lineup for the Maroons, number 20, Alfred Coley. You talked a little bit about him. And he's in there now, number 20, and they try to get the ball to him. It's stolen away by the Tigers. 2-on-1 fast break. They get it to Robinson. He loses it, and it's picked up by Jenkins of Dowling. Out to Capola. 5:15 to go here in the second quarter. Maddox Capola dribbles off his foot, out of bounds.
Turnover number 12.
Yep. Did you get all your stats in from the first quarter?
I've sprinkled them in.
Okay.
The things I think to pay attention to is that's the 12th turnover for the Maroons here. Not even halfway through the second quarter, and Valley has 6. But as I mentioned, they're making their hay at the rim. They shot their first three-point shot. Valley did not go in. Something that I think the Maroons have to force them into doing more often.
21-point lead for Valley. Under 5 minutes to play. Now the Tigers turn it over. You can put that one down too. Don't forget.
I got it.
You see my broadcast partner keep stats. He's got chicken scratches like I used to do back 40 years ago when I first started doing color.
It's one of those things. Don't read my handwriting. You can't read it, but I can read it.
No, here's Paoli with it. Gets it to Coley in the lane. His shot rolls off. No good. Rebound Valley. Alfred Coley, 6'5" sophomore, wearing number 20 for the Maroons. And the Tigers come. Three-pointer up and good. And Kiki Ding says hello to the Dowling fans over there, the student body.
It's the one guy that I think you don't want to see shooting the three-point, because Kiki Ding can knock him down, and he has a nice rhythm shot.
Yes, he does. And now Dowling underneath, and a shot good by Nathan Jenkins with his first basket of the night. 33-11. Now underneath, layup is no good by Jaden Davidson. Fight for the rebound, and Kiki Ding comes away with it. Now they get it on the baseline, and Coley with the block shot as he got up in the air as Davidson's shot's no good. Rebound Capola and Dowling, and now here's Keelis. Leaner is good. Gio Keelis, 6'3" junior for the Maroons, shoots and scores, and it's 33-13.
Took it right at Urak, Keelis did, and nice controlled right-handed scoop shot. Great take by Gio Keelis.
Valley by 20. They led by, now we got a whistle and a traveling call on the Tigers. McGregor with one extra step. Tigers have led by as many as 23, and now Coppola will check out, and Charlie Crane back in. Charlie playing with 2 fouls. Martin's playing with 2 fouls. Martin's on the bench. Crane in as Nathan Jenkins will inbound the ball. Gets it to Paoli underneath the Crane, and he'll slam it through. He got right around Urach that time. Charlie Crane with his 4th point.
Maroons are learning from their mistakes with that press, attacking it more in the middle, finding Charlie Crane.
Now Urach, baseline jumper, no good. Crane with the rebound. I think BG will come out of that press sooner or later. Once they start figuring it out, then you go to something else. Not much wrong with Valley tonight. Now a long 3 by Keelis, no good. Ball slapped around and picked off by Kiki Dang. Dang in the front court, spins on the baseline, and we got a jump ball. He spun right into Charlie Crane and forced a jump ball, and that'll be Dowling basketball. That's a turnover on Valley. And now we got a timeout on the floor. We'll see. Is this a 30 or a minute? 2:50 remaining, and this will be a 1-minute break. We'll take it. Valley 33, Dowling 15 here in this boys Class 4A CIML matchup from the Dowling Gym. We'll return here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
All right, Roman Wilkham with the Warrior music. I think he's trying to fire the Maroons up. 33-15. Valley with the lead, pressure by Valley, and Jenkins has the ball stolen away. Lead pass goes to Robinson, layup good. Zay Robinson with 8 points here in the first half, and it's 35-15. Valley back to a 20-point lead, and now, hey, the big guy gets up. Coley with the slam. The young sophomore, and it's 35-17, a breath of life a little bit for Dowling boys.
His sophomore coach, Stevie Sarcone, talking to him before the basketball game. He's been very high on Alfred Coley in the games that he's been playing down with the sophomores, as he's learning more and more about the game, and he's being forced into a big, big role.
Well, the ball tipped out of bounds. They try a backdoor cut by Jaden Davidson, and the ball is tipped out of bounds. It'll be Dowling basketball on the Valley turnover with 2:09 to go in the first half, 35-17. Valley with the lead over Dowling. At halftime, we'll catch up with the Dowling girls basketball staff. I know they're signing posters up there for the middle schoolers in the Parochial League. And now Crane underneath. He has his shot partially blocked by Urach. And the rebound comes into the hands of McGregor.
Zone. The Maroons gone to a zone.
1-3-1.
Don't see it much.
That means they've been working on it a while. Now here's McGregor with it. They swing it around the baseline. That's Ding to Robinson. Long 3 up. Good. That's Kiki Ding for 3.
It's
right
the one
in front
guy.
of
It's
us.
the one guy you don't want to take the 3 in your zone is Kiki Ding, because he's shown time and time again to knock those down.
He's got 12 points here in the first half. 38-17 Valley. Keyless shot blocked by Urach into the hands of Valley. Ball run down by Robinson. Layup is good. Now they're going to call a foul here. Let's see what they do. Officials get together. Yeah, they got a foul on Crane as the basket is good by Zay Robinson. So he has 10 points. And he's got an and one here. Crane will sit down. Charlie with his 3rd foul. Martin's out there now with 2 fouls for the Maroons. And Robinson's free throw good. Robinson, a 67% free throw shooter, but this is just his fourth game since his football injury. Fourth game that he's played. Keyless with it. He'll launch the three over Urak. It's no good. And McGregor comes away with it. Final minute of the first half. 41-17 Valley. 24-point lead. The Tigers' largest lead of the night. And now inside, the shot up and no good by the big guy, Marcus McGregor. Rebound Dowling. Capola with the 2-on-1 fast break. He leaves it for Alfred Coley in the reverse layup. Good.
You got to appreciate this young man who just doesn't understand, the situation he's been thrown into, and he's just playing fearless. The reverse layup. You give a kid like that at that age an opportunity, and you see him take advantage of it. It's great to see. Just
go out and play, and now Urak with a dribble has the ball stolen away by Keyless. Final 18 seconds of the first half, and now reverse layup no good by Paoli of Dowling. Rebound Valley, and this is Zay Robinson. He fakes the three, takes the three, it's up and no good. He'll get 3 free throws, and Paoli guilty of the foul. Lucas with his second foul with 2.8 seconds remaining in the half, and I'll tell you what, Robinson baited him into that, didn't he?
He certainly did, and it shows a little bit of Dowling's undisciplinedness tonight, as you see, guys jumping at 3-point shots by Zay Robinson. That's a guy you want to see take a 3-point shot. And that time again, the Maroons, Lucas Paoli getting caught with his feet in the air against Zay Robinson, just trying to throw up a shot at the end of the half.
Well, the first of 3 free throws good by Robinson. Second one up and good. We'll get one more. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Blessman International, Bozeman the Florist. Have you called them yet?
Nope.
Construction Professionals and Ashworth Vision Clinic. And the third free throw is good. So 13 points for Robinson. A half-court shot no good. We go to halftime with Valley leading Dowling 44-19 here at the Dowling Catholic High School gym in West Des Moines, alongside Jimmy Cataldo. I'm Mark Amadale, and our thanks to our crew tonight from CISN. We'll take a 2-minute break. How about that? A 2-minute break, and we'll come back with our halftime guest, who is not signing autographs and posters up there, and that is Audrey Faber, who will join us, assistant coach for the Dowling girls. We'll take a break and come back. Our halftime score, the Valley boys leading Dowling 44-19 at halftime. Back in 2 minutes along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
It's something we've all heard before. I believe in God, but not organized religion. But as Catholics, we believe that Jesus started a church. Yes, an organized religion, if you will. The church is a gift to the world, which God has ordained as the vehicle in which we are sanctified and grow on the way to our heavenly destination. Above all, the Catholic Church is a family. Man is not an island, as it was once famously said, and we need the community found in our brothers and sisters in the faith. A visible church is necessary for the dispensing of the 7 sacraments, which Jesus instituted for the forgiveness of sins and growth in His grace. And God has always desired that His people gather to give Him glory by corporate liturgical worship and sacrifice, which is fulfilled in the New Covenant by the Holy Mass. Yes, the organized institution of the church has often had its share of scandals and sins. The human face of the church can be messy and imperfect, but God does not desire for us to escape to a spiritual island or alternative religion, but to serve Him and His people in the church He founded and has promised to be with until He returns in glory. This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio
programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
again. Welcome back to the Dowling Gym. Halftime of the boys contest. It's Valley 44, Dowling 19, the battle of two of the top 10 teams in Class 4A. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo, joined now by Audrey Faber, assistant basketball coach for the Dowling girls, as the Maroons with the win tonight over the Valley Tigers 78-53. Coach Fabes, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And I know you guys are busy signing posters upstairs in the Dowling cafeteria with some of the middle school gals from around the area, right?
Yeah, good for the girls to meet the youngins. The young kids saw a good game tonight. A lot of girls stepped up, played well. So it was a good win. Always fun to beat Valley.
Did it appear to you you're playing with one hand behind your back with Ava going down with an illness, not here, and then Miss Muller sitting next to you and Coach Meyer with 5 fouls with more than half the fourth quarter left? That was interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting. Obviously, a little bit of a different look. First half was a little bit different than the second half. I think we settled in a little bit in the second half. Made a lot of shots. We shot well, which always helps. But yeah, overall, really good game. Just took a little bit to settle in for us.
A little bit. Well, that's why you have two halves, and you dug your way out of whatever happened. But the kids overcame. Macy Harndam off the bench. This is her third start this year.
Right.
She started up in Minnesota in the 2 games you had up there.
Yeah.
And she finished with 9 points on 3 threes. And she always has a nice defensive game when you put her in. But tonight she got to start in place of Ava and perform well, I thought.
Right, yep. Obviously, when Ava's not here, there's a lot more minutes and a lot more shots to go around. So she stepped up, hit shots. Layla did a lot of the ball handling for us, which was nice. But yeah, Macy's been great off the bench. She's really, owned her role, which has been really nice for us, and we can really trust her, to come in and be a spark both defensively and offensively this year.
Well, you have such a veteran team that have quality minutes throughout your lineup. But, we talked to Ava and we talked to Olsen the last game about, what's different about this team. What makes you guys different than the years past? Because it's a very tenured team.
Right.
What are some of the 1 or 2 things that this team has to do in the coming weeks to really make a run come this February, March?
I think probably the biggest thing that we've been focusing on is just our shooting percentage, honestly. I don't think we're shooting as well as we would like to. I think we saw a glimpse of how well we can shoot tonight. So that was really good to see. But honestly, this team's really hungry. They know what they need to do. Obviously, we were in the championship last year. They know how to get there. But I think it's just game by game for us. We continue to get better every practice, which has been really good, and our leadership's really good.
And that's a huge part of what you see, and especially as the program continues to build and the culture evolves around it. You really appreciate what you, Coach Meyer, and Coach Danner has really done to build the culture for the younger kids, to see the leadership around your team. Who are some of the girls have been a surprise, though, this year?
Right.
That you haven't, that caught you throughout the year?
I think Layla, throughout her career, she's been somewhat of a role player, right? She's had really good players around her. She's had Ava her whole time here. But we've really seen her step up, right? She's a big player for us this year, and she contributes on both ends. She has a very hard defensive matchup every game, but she's contributing offensively every game. I think Oli, you've seen her expand her game. That's really huge, and that's good for the younger girls to see how roles can grow as they stick to it, and you just kind of trust the process, honestly.
So I got to ask you this question because you see it more and more with this Dowling program. Is the talent that you have coming through here has really drawn eyes to D1 programs,
right?
And your experience at Creighton and what do you talk to these girls about? The lookouts or some things that they need to maybe focus on because you've had that experience.
Right. I think, it's first and foremost having a good relationship with them, right? Just building that trust. And then if they need help with the college decision, right, all of that, obviously I'm happy to have that conversation. But I think really, honestly, Meyer does a great job of just putting players in good positions. Our offense and our defense, we focus on fundamentals, and so that just builds over time and builds really good core skills that they can take to the next level.
Audrey Faber's our guest here at halftime of the boys contest. 44-19, Valley leading Dowling here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. And Coach Fabe's got to ask you, congratulations, you're engaged.
I am, yep. It was a fun summer. Yeah.
I'll bet it was. I didn't know at the time, but it was your mom that were out shopping, and I was coming from somewhere, and I said, Mother, Dad, it's Christmas time, I think, or whatever. I was doing some early shopping, and Jimmy, I found these two, and find out later she's engaged. Talk about this, your future husband. What's his name?
Right.
Where's he from? Does he know Cataldo? Because that could be a bad thing.
Probably not, honestly, but we can make the introduction. His name is Riley. He's from small town, northwest Iowa. Has since moved to Des Moines. All of his family played basketball in college too, so he actually coaches at ADM too. So we're both busy right now. Wedding planning and basketball.
Absolutely.
Pretty busy.
Now, to hear her story, she's planning her wedding. You know, there's a wedding coming up in the Cataldo family.
I do know that, actually.
Some gal named Mia, who I hold dear to my heart.
Right.
Great gal in spite of her dad, but tremendous gal. And she's getting married, but he has not called Bosens. He's not called Skeffingtons. And you have. You've taken care of.
We got both, actually. We got Bosens and Skeffingtons locked in. So
no wonder I'm not getting the deal.
What is your problem?
They're too busy. It's supply and demand now.
We're taking over. Sorry.
It's typical economics.
All right.
But Audrey, you're going to probably realize the one thing you got to work around. Okay, basketball is pretty important. I got to try to figure out a date where it's not going to impact basketball. It's amazing what we do to work around things we love to do.
Sports. They take over.
So the date is this summer?
Fall, actually. October. Yeah.
So do it during football season.
Right. Yeah. Right before basketball starts.
Right before basketball starts. All right. Well, listen, we appreciate you taking time. I hope you can get back up and sign some more posters for those young ladies in the middle schools.
They don't need that.
They want an Audrey Faber autograph poster.
No.
Hey, thanks for spending time.
Yeah.
Thanks for all you do here at Dowling and with this great group of kids.
Yeah.
Always fun. We've got to get rid of this illness, this sickness and stuff. So
we're getting past it.
Work on that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Audrey Faber joined us here at halftime. We'll take a 1-minute break. Come back with the second half. Jimmy Cataldo has statistics, and we'll be back. Dowling trailing Valley at halftime, 44-19. Back in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
This is Dale Ahlquist with a Chesterton Minute. Have you ever noticed that most modern philosophies are very dark and depressing? As G.K. Chesterton says, most people in our world today have been forced to be happy about the little things, but sad about the big ones. But that's not the way we were meant to be. We were meant to be joyful. Sadness is only an interlude. Praise should be the permanent pulsation of the soul. The Christian is able to deny himself immediate pleasures because there's great joy and fulfillment inside him. The pagan must constantly seek after pleasure because there's great sadness and emptiness inside him. Joy, which is the small publicity of the pagan, is the gigantic secret of the Christian. Let's share the secret. Want more than a minute? Visit our website, chesterton.org.
All right, we're back here at the Dowling Gym, second half, and Dowling almost a steal by Charlie Crane. Valley with the first possession. Now they move the ball around. We got sideline stepping on the sideline on that errant pass by Valley's Jaden McGregor. It'll be Dowling basketball to start the second half. Jimmy?
So struggling shooting the ball. Maroons 9 of 28 from the field for 32%, including 1 of 8 from 3. 9 rebounds, 13 turnovers. Valley 64% from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 15 rebounds. So out rebounding the Maroons, and then they started coming on with their turnovers. Had 11 turnovers in the second through the second quarter.
All right, Paoli gets things started in the second half for Dowling with the layup on the left side. He's got 5 points, 44-21. Valley with the lead. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Our thanks to Audrey Faber, Dowling assistant girls basketball coach, joining us. And game one, the Dowling girls a winner, 78-53 over Valley. Dowling girls now 11-2 in Class 5A, ranked second, and now a long three. It's no good. Tipped out of bounds. They'll give it to Valley. They'll give it to Dowling. And let's take a look at some of the scoring in the first half. Valley had 3 players in double figures. Kiki Ding, Zay Robinson, 12 points each. Jaden McGregory, 10 points. Trevor Urak, 8 points. Marcus McGregor, 2 points. And Jaden Davidson off the bench did not score. Dowling with the ball on a pass by Martins. He kind of led Paoli a little bit. Turnover against the Maroons. Out of bounds to Valley.
He had Paoli early as a hard cut by Paoli. Broke free in the middle. Oh, Martins didn't see him. Caught him late. Turnover.
Now we got a whistle and a foul on the offensive end with Valley with the basketball. And they're going to get Paoli with his third foul for the Maroons. First half scoring, Charlie Crane and Alfred Coley off the bench with 4 points each. Three points for Lucas Paoli. He now has 5 with the basket here in the third quarter. Free throws coming for Zay Robinson. First one no good. And then 2 points each for Nathan Jenkins, Noah Martins, Maddox Capola, and Gio Keelis off the bench with 2 points. Dowling did not attempt a free throw in the first half. Valley, 10 of 11 at the free throw line in the first half. Second free throw no good by Robinson. So he made his first 4 and now has missed his next 2. Rebound Dowling, 44-21, Tigers. Here's Jenkins. Leads it for Capola for 3, rolls around and falls through. Just that Jimmy Cataldo.
That's the
roll.
Capola roll. I mean,
right.
it shows up in the scorer's box the same way, but big hit by Maddox.
And now the other way on the baseline, Urak with the basket. He's now in double figures with 10. Tigers with 4 players in double figures. 46-24 Valley. Tigers by 22 and Dowling with the ball. Run their offense. Here's Martins. Noah with it. Swings it over in the left wing to Crane for 3. It's no good. And the rebound cleared out of there by Kiki Dang. Now Robinson nearly lost the ball. Swings it in the baseline. And now traveling on McGregor. Marcus wanted to play a little two-man game with the other big guy. And he's
that's the mismatch I think the Maroons got to find both offensively and defensively. You know, there's so many athletes, and McGregor is a tremendous athlete, but forcing him in an outside shot.
Now the Maroons have the ball go off their leg. Paoli with the turnover. Valley kind of looking, a couple players looking at each other like, are we in the 1-2-2 zone full court, or are we dropping back to man? So the Tigers bought themselves out of that one. Urek in the front court. Dribbles to the free throw line. Bounce pass underneath to the fellow big guy. McGregor shoots and scores. Marcus McGregor with 4 points. That is his first field goal of the night to go along with 2 free throws.
Urek, nice find. Urek actually leads Valley in assists as a big man. Tells you he finds guys around the rim.
Now Martin's in the lane. His shot no good. Offensive rebound Crane, and he's fouled by Urek. And Charlie will go to the line for 2. Urek with his second foul. Trevin Urek, 6'10 senior, headed to UNI, leads the team in block shots and assists, along with rebounds on this Valley team that comes in with a record of 8-2. Charlie's first free throw no good. Crane, a 67% free throw shooter on the year. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Bozen the Florist, Blussman International, Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Construction Professionals. Second free throw good by Crane. He has 5 points. 48-25, Valley. Maroons showing full court press. Now they'll let him dribble. McGregory with it. Swings it over to Dang as they run their weave. Now to Urek. He'll hand it off to Robinson. Zay in the lane. Stops and scores. He got the defender to go by him, Charlie Crane, and scores. Zay Robinson.
Charlie just got his feet tangled up, fell to the ground, and pretty easy bucket for Kiki.
14 points for Kiki Dang. Now the other way we go.
Maddox Capola finding his 7th point tonight.
Capola gets loose. Thank you, Jimmy. Now Valley inside. Again, Urek, they punch it inside. And Urek with his 12th point. 52-27. Whistle and a blocking foul on Urek. And Dowling needs stops on defense. Both teams are trading baskets, and if you're behind by like the Maroons are, that's not good. Urek with foul number 3. Team foul number 2 on Valley here in the third quarter. Dowling with 1. And now the Tigers, a much smaller lineup. They get the big 6'10 guy out of there. He'll go on the bench and sit next to Coach Windhorse. Now Martin's with it, guarded by Dang. Martin's in the lane, puts up a jumper, no good. Fighting for the rebound, he and Dang. Martins comes away with it. Now to Capola. Maddox for 3, top of the key, it's no good. And the ball taken out of there by Robinson. Here comes Zay down the court. Step back three at the free throw line, no good. Rebound Dowling and Jenkins. Nathan in the front court. Leaves it for Martins. He'll launch the three, good. Noah Martins with his 5th point. Second field goal for Noah on his first three of the night. 52-30. Tiger lead is 22. Jimmy, the Maroons cannot trade baskets.
Well, but the Maroons are finding themselves with square feet at the three-point arc, and that's what the Maroons have failed to do a lot in this game. But on that time, Noah Martins knocks down a three, which we've seen time and time again in the last few games.
Fouls on Coppola. Free throws coming for Valley. You mentioned the discrepancy coming into tonight's game. Valley finds a way to get the free throw line. They're only going a 6, maybe a 7-player rotation most games. And they find a way to get the line, either if they're going to get fouled or you're going to get a good high percentage shot.
This will be shot number 14 and 15 from the free throw line, where the Maroons are 1 of 2.
Big differential. Kiki Ding with 15 points tonight, makes the first of 2. Second one good. Ding with 16 points.
Keen Jorgensen into the game. He started actually the first game of the year.
Yes, he did.
For Valley, sophomore.
His lead scorer on that sophomore team last year, 54-30. Valley, and the Maroons turn it over as they scream down court. Gio Keelis into the Dowling lineup, number 15. Keelis had 2 points in the first half, came in averaging 9. Comes off the bench for the Maroons. He's been that spark plug, but Tigers have adjusted to him. Jimmy mentioned Keen Jorgensen, the 6-foot sophomore, and now a steal by Dowling. Martins in the front court. Noah down the lane. His layup is good. Noah Martins with a dribble drive. He's got 5 of his 7 points here in the third quarter. 54-32, Valley by 22. 2:30 remaining here in the third quarter. Tigers run their weave. Here's Jorgensen, hands it off to Urak, playing with 3 fouls. Now to Davidson. Davidson down the lane, goes against Maddox Coppola. They find Urak. His shot is no good. And the rebound Dowling. Corner 3, good by Martins. Noah's hit back-to-back field goals and timeout Valley. 2:05 to go in the third quarter. This will be a full timeout. We'll take it. It's Valley 54, Dowling 35. 2:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Back to Dowling Gym in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Thought of the Day with Monsignor Frank Bagnano.
You and I know people of faith, but what is faith? Faith is accepting as true what another says. I believe, for example, George Washington was our first president. I never met the man or saw him, but I believe historians. I have faith in the testimony of those who knew him. Christian faith is very similar. I believe in the words and testimony of those who knew and saw Jesus and passed on his teachings accurately. By faith, I say yes to the teachings of Jesus, as I have received them and as I choose to believe in him personally. In this way, faith in his teaching calls my heart to believe, to love. Faith moves from the head to the heart, and that's the essence of faith. And that's today's thought of the day.
KWKY Des Moines, KIHS Adel, KCSL Spencer.
Hey, Roman Wilkham playing the tunes on Iowa Catholic Radio between commercials. Back to the Dowling Gym, 54-35. Valley leads Dowling. Both teams with 3 timeouts at their disposal each. Tigers with the basketball. Crane with the block shot as Gregory has his shot blocked. Rebound the other way to Dowling. We're just trying to make a run here. Keelis in the lane. His shot no good. Might have Urak with his 4th foul. We'll see what Joey Townsend tells us. And it is 4th foul on Urak with 1:32 remaining here in the third quarter. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Coach Maroon's trying to make a comeback, but you got to have stops to do it, and free throws no good by Keelis.
These are ones you got to put in if you're going to make a little bit of a run here before the fourth quarter, but finding that momentum to see if you could make a run, especially with Jurek now going to the bench with 4 fouls.
Nathan Jenkins into the Dowling lineup. Number 2 replaces Charlie Crane. Second free throw by Keyless, good.
Alfred Coley, who we haven't seen since the second quarter, he's limited in quarters tonight because he played in the sophomore game, so may not be seeing him yet in the game because he only has 2 quarters to play.
He'll play the fourth quarter.
He'll play the fourth.
Yeah. 54-36 Valley. Maroons have cut it to 18. And now Jorgensen loses the ball, Dowling the other way. And Martins has his shot blocked out of bounds by McGregory, and it'll be out of bounds to Dowling. McGregory came from the weak side and slapped it out of bounds. Good hustle back by the Valley Tigers. Maroons inbound the ball. Martins gets it in. Here's Keyless with it. Maroons with the 5-guard lineup. Keyless top of the key for 3. It's no good. Rebound Valley. Maroons have no post player in there. 5-guard offense. 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Here is Robinson with it. Zay battled back from that hairline fracture in his leg during football season. Sat out the first half of the basketball season, and he really makes this team go, as we saw.
And you're right. It's some guys make other guys better when he's on the court, and Zay certainly brings that. 3 years as a starter.
Now the Tigers all the way down. McGregory, the layup is good. He's got 12 points tonight. 56-36. Tiger lead back to 20. Final seconds. Shot clock turned off. 15 to go here in the third quarter. Coppola coming off a ball screen. Maddox dribbles left side. Gets to Jenkins. Nathan shot with the left hand good. The basket will count. The foul on McGregor. Nice move by Nathan Jenkins for the Maroons as McGregor picks up his first foul. With Jenkins, I think he changed his hands. He's a right-handed shooter, came in from the left side and saw where he's going to be blocked, and he put the ball in the left hand and scored.
The Maroons have scored just a ton of points around the rim throughout the year. Has really been their strength, and just struggling to get that going tonight. A little bit of that is Valley's quickness is prohibiting it. Jurek is a big body inside.
And Jenkins with the and one. He now has 5 points. Bodies hit the floor, or 3. I got him for 5 points.
You send Leo Pagano, the linebacker, in to foul because you have fouls to give before the end of the quarter.
Pagano, number 22, 6-foot junior. Another foul by Pagano. He knows his role.
Yeah.
I bet he was fun for you to coach against with your receivers. Don't run near Pagano because he's coming.
He's a quiet kid who plays the game hard. And it doesn't matter. You watch him on the basketball court, you watch him on the football field. Leo Pagano plays the games hard.
All right, 3 seconds remaining. Valley will inbound the ball, leading 56-39 to get it over in the baseline. Fall-away jumper by McGregory, no good. And we've come to the end of 3 quarters of play here at the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines. Our score, the Valley Tigers 56, Dowling Catholic 39. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls a winner in game 1, 78-53 over Valley. We'll take a 1-minute break, come back for the fourth quarter of this boys Central Iowa Metro League Class 4A game from the Dowling Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
2025 means big changes at Divine Treasures, and you're invited. After more than 3 decades, new ownership will continue the ministry as your Catholic book and gift source in the Des Moines area. Join them on Saturday, January 25th from noon to 4 p.m. for an open house to celebrate your loyalty to the store over the years, to give Lois, Sue, and Cindy a heartfelt send-off, and welcome the new owners and management team for our sponsor, Divine Treasures, 5701 Hickman Road, Des Moines, 515-255-5230.
Support for programming is provided by construction professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio is AM 1150, KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM, K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 KIHS Adel Panora, and 89.9 KCSL Spencer Spirit Lake.
And we're back. here at the Dowling Catholic High School gym in West Des Moines. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo. Dowling will have the ball to start the fourth quarter, trailing 56-39 to number 2 Valley. In this top 10 matchup, Valley runs with the ball inside on the high post. A shot up and no good by Jenkins, but a follow-up shot up and good by Charlie Crane. Crane now with 7 points.
Maroons are taking advantage of the height difference with Urek on the bench. Maroons getting to the basket. Offensive rebound put in by Charlie Crane.
Well, the Maroons need stops. So kind of preached that in the third quarter. But you get stops and you can maybe get down to single digits. Goes McGregor with it. They try to get it to Deng. It's tipped away, and they get it back out to Robinson with it. Dowling stays man-to-man. Trailing by 15. Now top of the key for 3. It's no good. Ball slapped around into the hands of Deng. Kiki in the lane. Brand new shot clock for the Tigers. They get it to Davison, who gets the start in the fourth quarter. Now to Deng. In the lane, he has a shot. Stolen by Keelis. Now a jump ball is good hustle that time by Robinson, and it'll be possession arrow to Valley. Got to look at some numbers here through 3 quarters.
3 quarters. Maroons struggling to shoot the ball. 16 of 42 on the night, which includes 4 of 14 from the field, from the three-point arc. 14 total rebounds for the Maroons. 15 turnovers through 3 quarters. Valley also is carrying 15 turnovers, so they're equal there. But Valley is shooting 60% on the night. Most of them are coming from in the paint. They've only shot 5 3-point shots, which, one of my keys was in the game was Dowling's ability to have Valley shoot the ball from the outside, and Valley's getting the ball in the lane. 2 of 5 from 3-point arc is Valley. 18 rebounds, as I mentioned, 15 turnovers.
All right, they had to fix the shot clock, and they just left it as is because there was a change of possession, or was there. Nonetheless, Valley with the ball. Now they get it inside to McGregor, and his shot is up and good. Basket will count, a foul on Dowling. Going to get Paoli for the foul, I believe, is what.
Foul number 4 on Paoli.
If that's the case, you're right.
Charlie Crane's 3. Sitting with 3. Valley, no foul trouble at all.
Paoli with 4th foul. And an and 1 here for Marcus McGregor, a 38% free throw shooter, and he has 6 points tonight. And the left-hander headed to the University of Cincinnati to play football. Free throw good. 59-41, Valley by 18. 6:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter from the Dowling Catholic Gym. Tonight simulcast on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN with the live stream video. So hope you join us, no matter how you join us. Now a long 3 by Martin's good. Noah has heated up here in the second half. That's his 3rd 3 of the night. He's got 13 points.
He's getting squared. He's getting his feet together, and everything's flowing to the basket, and that's why I see Noah Martin's knocking down these shots.
Yeah, he had 2 points at halftime and hit 11 here in the second half. Now backdoor cut, and they find Robinson, and he missed the shot. It's no good. Good pass that time from Urek. Rebound Dowling off the turnover, off the missed shot rather. Keelis for 3. It's good. Gio Keelis. Maroons are climbing out of that hole, slow but sure. He's got 6 points. 59-47. The lead is 12 for Valley.
The beauty about the shot clock is that Valley really can't sit on things. As the Maroons continue to claw back, they're going to have to put up a shot within 35 seconds every possession.
Here's McGregor for 3, top of the key, good. Marcus McGregor with his 6th 3 of the year, and that's a big one. 62-47, that's kind of a backbreaker for Dowling. The big guy unloads.
Not one you expected, but McGregor steps up and knocks it down.
All right, here is Martins for 3 again. It's from the right side, no good. Charlie Crane with the rebound, and he's fouled from behind. And that'll be McGregory's first foul. And Charlie to the free throw line. So team foul number 1 on Valley here in the fourth quarter. Charlie Crane to the line. Charlie 1 for 2 at the free throw line tonight, has 7 points. First free throw no good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Mercy One, Fast Signs in Clive, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. Second free throw by Charlie, good. He's now 2 for 4 at the line and has 8 points. 62-48. Valley with the lead. Here's Jurek going against Crane. Stops in the lane, turns, and he's going to whistle for traveling, which I thought he did.
It was one of those, did I see that? Yeah, it was a travel.
If he would have shot, he would have been fine, but he didn't. He tried to jump stop and couldn't do it, so big guys had a nice game tonight for Valley. Trevin Jurek, 12 points, 62-48. Now Capola down the lane. Arch puts the ball up on the top of the glass. No good. Left it short because he saw Jurek coming for the block. Rebound comes out to Jurek.
I think Jurek got a little bit of a piece of that.
Yeah, he might have. Now McGregor with it. Lisa for Robinson. Zane with it, guarded by Paoli. Zane playing in his 4th game since coming off an injury. Last year it was a labrum injury. This year it's the hairline fracture of his leg during football, and he's back at it. Now underneath they find McGregor. Jurek with a beautiful pass to him. Layup good. Marcus McGregor.
Using his strength up against Charlie Crane there and gets a lot of space with his body. Opens up a layup for Marcus
He's got
McGregor.
12 points. And now Maroons the other way.
Maddox Capola again. 3rd 3-point shot for Maddox tonight. Great seeing him knock down these threes.
He's got 10 points. He's in double figures. Now timeout Valley. They want a minute, so we'll take it with them. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. And our score, Valley 64, Dowling 51. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadell will return on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
This is a Young Catholic Minute. Why should I have Catholic friends? You ever notice that in scary movies, if a character's going to die, he somehow gets split off from the group? I think there's a reason Christ sent his apostles out 2 by 2 on their missions. We need Catholic friends to be a constant living reminder that Christ has called us to life, that our joy may be complete. Life and joy. Who doesn't want those? The problem is that while non-Catholic friends might want them, they don't understand that Christ is where life and joy come from. So they go looking to the culture and fall for counterfeits that promise life, but give us death. And if that surrounds us, we'll be alone and confused, even in the midst of friends. So what's a Catholic to do? Go make some good Catholic friends, and together bring Christ to our culture. Everybody's waiting for him. For more, go to youtube.com/youngcatholic.
Welcome back to the Dowling Gym here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN as we simulcast tonight. Final 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. Valley 64, Dowling 51. Matchup of 2 Class 4A top 10 teams. Dowling at number 9, Valley at number 2. Tigers trying to seal the deal. And now in the lane, Robinson shot no good. The follow-up shot up and good. And I believe that was Jurek. Yep, he did get it in. 14 points now for Trevin. Dowling the other way, 3-pointer up and good.
They're going to have to get a stop here over the next possession. I mean, this is a very, very important possession for the Maroons. They're going to.
Crane with 11 points on that, and now a shot up and good, and a hard foul by Crane, and hitting the deck is McGregor. And they're helping him up, and he'll go to the line. The basket will count, and a foul on Crane, and on Charlie his 4th.
A little bit of a frustration foul by Charlie.
The officials got to get together. Do they count the basket?
The basket didn't go in.
Okay.
I think the official came to the scorer's table.
They're discussing the intentional foul, I think. Two-shot foul. It's not intentional.
The official who's calling the foul believed the ball went in on the shot.
Oh, okay.
To give McGregor 1 shot, but officials came together, so the ball did not go in, so it's going to be a 2-shot foul.
First free throw good by McGregor. He has 13 points tonight. As Valley, I think, has 4 of their 5 starters in double figures. Nope, all 5 are in double figures now. Second free throw good. 14 points for McGregor. The Tigers now will bring Jaden Davidson in, 5'10 senior, wearing number 12. He'll replace McGregor. 68-54 Valley by 14. 2:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. Here's Capola with it. Maddox, backdoor pass, reverse layup, good by Jenkins. Nice pass by Capola. Nathan Jenkins with his 7th point.
Good look, good finish. Maroons are still fighting this through as Valley's just giving them no air as they're being so productive offensively.
Tigers with the basketball. Here's Jurak, guarded by Capola. As the Maroons have basically went into a guard only, and now reaching foul on Maddox. That'll be his 2nd foul. Team foul number 3 on the Maroons. Charlie Crane will check in for Dowling. He'll replace Gio Keyless. Robinson will throw it in. He can get the.
It's one of the few times you've seen Zay Robinson drop a ball.
Oh, Matt Carter. He stepped on Matt Carter's foot, I think, assistant coach. And now underneath, fall-away jumper no good by Robinson. Nice job by Crane to alter that shot. Rebound Dowling. Here's Paoli in the front court. Lucas spins in the lane against Jurak. Layup no good. Rebound Dang and Valley.
Again, I think Jurak is just getting a little bit of a piece of every ball that's being contested at him.
Well, if he's not, he's altering the shot because they're aware that he's around. You can just tell some of the Dowling
you look at the
shots.
Mismatch with him and Noah Martins right now, and
yeah,
got about, at least 8 inches on him.
Now hit fall-away jumper good by Jurak. 16 points for the soon-to-be UNI player. 70-56 Valley, minute and a half to go. Paoli for 3, top of the key, it's good. Timeout Dowling. Lucas Paoli with his 8th point. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a 1-minute break. Our score, Valley 70, Dowling 59 with a minute 25 to go in the fourth quarter. And we'll return to the Dowling Gym in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting people to Christ with local faith leaders.
Hi, Father Joseph Sia here, pastor at St. Mary of the Visitation and St. Patrick in Ottumwa and St. Mary Magdalene in Bloomfield, inviting you to experience the truth and goodness of the Catholic faith. Use your favorite search engine to find our websites. Once again, St. Mary of the Visitation and St. Patrick in Ottumwa. We're also on Facebook, Ottumwa and Bloomfield Catholic Parishes.
A message from Iowa Catholic Radio.
At Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home, we understand the sacred traditions of the Catholic funeral rites. These traditions bring comfort, honor, and hope through faith in Jesus and the resurrection. Caldwell Parish, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home. CaldwellParish.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Westgate Dental, offering cosmetic, family, implant, and general dentistry. Located at 1073rd Street, Suite 1 in West Des Moines, just behind Dowling Catholic High School. Learn more at westgatedentalia.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym, fourth quarter, minute 25 to go, and Valley leading 70-59. 11-point lead. Dowling still hanging around after the Maroons trailed Jimmy unofficially. Had him down 24 points at one time in the third quarter.
I don't think they've clawed it back to single digits.
No, they haven't. They've gotten close. It's down to 11 right now. Jurak with it. Dowling a little zone, and are going to call timeout Valley. We're going to keep it here during this timeout with 1:09 remaining. And Dowling leading 70-59 alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadeo. Glad you could join us tonight. As Roman Wilkham, our studio producer for Iowa Catholic Radio. The guys behind us that make you look good, make me look even better, are the camera guys, Isaiah Cardenas and Randy Nielsen. And our director up there who's got all the shots for this is CISN crew, Aaron Bandy. Our thanks to Pete Tarpey and Justin Wolber and all the folks there at CISN as we're back-to-back games with them, and I see you dressed for the occasion. You're lucky we're not on camera directly.
I mean, I barely had time to put down my bags in my house knowing that we had to get out to this game. Excited to see this and really impressed with Valley and what they've become since the beginning of the year. Early loss to Dowling. Got blown out of the gym against Cedar Falls, but
all right, Valley inbounds the ball. Here's Jurak with it. His shot up, no good. Crane might have had something to do with it, and ball goes out of bounds. they're going to give it to Valley with a brand new shot clock and 62 seconds remaining.
So Valley, takes it on the chin to Cedar Falls when actually they were tied after the third quarter. Just a bad fourth quarter Valley did, but top teams in the state.
Near steal by Capola and a foul in the backcourt on Maddox. That'll be the 14th foul on the Maroons on Maddox Capola, his third. Up next for the Valley Tigers. They will be home this Friday night against third-ranked Waukee Northwest. And next week, Valley travels to Ankeny Centennial on Tuesday and at Urbandale on Friday the 24th. For Dowling, the Maroons will be at Ankeny Centennial this Friday night for the girl-boy doubleheader. Dowling at Ankeny Centennial. Then next week, the Maroons are at Waukee next Tuesday. And on Friday the 24th, Dowling will be home against Johnston. That'll be Dowling's next home game. Whistle and a foul on the Valley offensive end. On Martins and on Noah, that's his third. He had 2 fouls in that first quarter, and he stayed on 2 until now.
Thinking the same thing. He went actually to the bench with early foul trouble and picked up his third one after, 3 quarters.
Urich at the line, and the free throw good. Trevin Urich, a 65% free throw shooter on the year.
You mentioned that Valley has shot 159 free throws on the year to Dowling's 90.
Second free throw good. Urich with 18. Wow.
They've shot probably 4 times more free throws tonight.
Now a long three, no good. A whistle and a foul on McGregor, and 3 free throws coming for Dowling. McGregor with his second foul, and Maddox Capola has hit a pair of threes here in the second half. We'll try to get, if he makes all 3, it won't get it to single digits with 44 seconds remaining. First of 3 free throws, good by Maddox, a 76% free throw shooter. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Bose and the Florists. My partner is yet to call them. Construction Professionals, Blessman International, and Ashworth Vision Clinic.
At this point, I want them to call me. I mean, they've known about this for, how many weeks have you done this to me?
When somebody like a Faber family or a Clark family calls, no problem.
They fall over themselves to answer the phone.
Your name?
I get the voicemail.
Associated with you get the voicemail. 13 points for Maddox. And now a whistle and a foul on Dowling as the Tigers get it in the front court. Two shots the rest away as Maddox Capola picks up his 4th. And Kiki Dang at the free throw line. Dang with 16 points. And we'll try to tack on a few more in the final 41 seconds. First free throw is good. Let's see who else I can stir up for you. Oh, Skeffington's Formal Wear. Haven't called them, have you? Poor Mia. She's going to have, wondering what's going on with her wedding next summer, and Dad's over here. I don't know what he's doing. Second free throw good. Our thanks to Skeffington's Formal Wear, Mercy One, Fast Signs and Clive, and Catholic Tuition Organization. Capola for 3, top of the key, it's no good. With 33 seconds remaining. Dang with 18 points. He matches Trevor Urich with 18 points. Robinson with 12. And Jaden McGregor with 12. And Marcus McGregor with 14 points. What a night for the Valley Tigers. They're going to walk it up. Shot clock turned off, and that should do it, as the Valley Tigers have had quite the night tonight. They got off to a 22-6 first quarter lead, outscored Dowling 22-13 in the second quarter, and led at halftime 44-19. 10 seconds remaining, and the second-ranked Tigers are going to move on with a record of 9-2. Avenging their earlier season loss to the Dowling Maroons. 74-62 the final. Congratulations to B.J. Windhorse and the Valley Tigers. They improved their record to 9-2. Dowling falls to 8-3 with the loss.
I mean, you look at the scoreboard and you look at the point production by the Valley team tonight, and you look at, okay, well, who beat you? And you got five kids who scored over 12 points. 2 of them with 18. It's just, all around, I thought Valley just, did what they do and spread the ball around. And those guys who who are here to play for Valley, they showed up tonight.
They certainly did. As Dowling outscores the Tigers 43-30 in the second half, but the Maroons trailed 44-19 at halftime. But Tigers knocked some free throws down, get some pretty key baskets in the second half to win it 74-62. We'll take a 2-minute break on our network line, CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio. We'll take a 2-minute break, and Jimmy Cataldo and I will total up the scoring and the statistics, and we'll come back with our post-game show, which follows here in 2 minutes. Again, the final in the boys contest, second-ranked Valley defeating number 9 Dowling 74-62, and in game 1, it was the Dowling girls a winner over Valley 78-53. We'll take a 2-minute break and return to the Dowling gym here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for programming funded by Blessman International. We bring the good news of the gospel to South African children and their families through faith formation and locally sustainable programs. As the Fellowship of Christian Athletes location for all South Africa, our Sports for Christ complex provides student access to friendly competition where discipline and dedication are developed. Learn how you can support programs like Sports for Christ or experience the hands-on engagement of a mission trip at blessmaninternational.org.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Why does he have to watch every single bowl game this week? Right, ladies? This is Father Thomas J. Loy with a Theology of the Body moment for the Tabor Life Institute. Men love football for the same reason they love to make love, become a father, seek adventure, experience mystery, and see beauty. For men, football is an experience of the spousal of mystery through a sport. Mystically speaking, the point of football is to plant the seed in the end zone. The coveted end zone can only be approached with the greatest attentiveness and finesse. A pass reception becomes the conception of 6 new points, and the team celebrates their fruitfulness. So remember, ladies, football for him is an experience of the very dynamics contained in the spousal mystery. And gentlemen, don't forget where your real experience of the spousal mystery is found. To find out more about the theology of the body, visit taborlife.org. taborlife.org.
All right, we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym here in West Des Moines. Final in Game 2, it was Valley 74, Dowling 62 in the boys contest. Valley jumped out to a 44-19 lead at halftime, and the Maroons outscored Valley in the second half 43-30. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadell, we're totaling up our numbers, both scoring and statistic-wise, as I had unofficially Valley 19 of 24 from the free throw line, missing 5 free throws. Dowling 7 of 10 at the free throw line unofficially, and that goes back to what we talked about a little bit in our pregame with the free throw differential. Valley finds a way to get the free throw line in pretty much every possession unless they're scoring. That's a pretty good ratio, and the Maroons have been outshot the free throw line most of the year, and it really came into play tonight.
Well, it was their athleticism to get to the basket. You always been taught, how do you get to the free throw line? Well, you got to be aggressive, and Valley was certainly aggressive. Most of their points in the first half, in fact, most of their points in the game came from inside the paint. As they're not a mid-range jump shooting team. Everything around the rim as they get there, and if they're not going to get it in, they're going to get fouled. So, Valley just came in and came in with some emotions and wanted to prove something, and that was one of the things that you saw tonight, and very impressed by Valley and what they have put together since we saw them in December.
All right, we'll go with the scoring in tonight's game. Jimmy, you got the stats for Valley. All 5 starters in double figures for the Tigers, led by Kiki Dang and Trevin Urek with 18 points each. Marcus McGregor with 14 points, and then 12 points each for Zay Robinson and Jaden McGregory. Jaden Davidson came off the bench, did not score, and Keen Jorgensen came off the bench for Valley and did not score in the contest. Tigers 19 to 24 from the free throw line. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons had 3 players in double figures, led by Noah Martins and Maddox Capola with 13 points each. Charlie Crane with 11 points, 8 points for Lucas Paoli, 7 points for Nathan Jenkins, 6 points for Gio Keelis off the bench for the Maroons, and Alfred Coley in the first half with 4 points, as Dowling went 7 of 10 at the free throw line. The Maroons trailed 22-6 at the end of the first quarter. Valley outscored Dowling 22-13 in the second quarter. It was 44-19 Valley at halftime, and the Tigers outscored Dowling in the Maroons outscored Valley 20-12 in the third quarter, and the Maroons outscored Valley in the fourth quarter 23-18. And Jimmy, you got the final stats before we bring on Coach.
Real quick, unofficially, Maroons got 40% from the field, 8 of 21 from 3, 21 rebounds, 15 turnovers. For Valley, shot 57% tonight. Only shot 7 3-point shots, made 3 of them. 24 rebounds, 16 turnovers for Valley.
All right, that'll wrap things up on our CISN side. So we'll thank all the folks from CISN, including Pete Tarpey and Justin Wolber, our director Aaron Bandy, and our camera operators Isaiah Cardenas and Randy Nielsen. I'm Mark Amadell for Jimmy Cataldo, and thanks to the CISN folks. Final score in the boys contest: Valley 74, Dowling 62, and the Dowling girls are winners 78-53 in that contest. And our thanks to the folks at CISN. And now we'll continue with our post-game show here on Iowa Catholic Radio with our post-game show with Justin Einerson, Dowling boys coach. We got to cut the TV people loose because they have more equipment than I have, and we got to cut them loose. But Coach, what a game! The kids battled back in the second half, but man, what a start by the Tigers, and that was something you didn't have an answer for. I know you were looking for them, but you got in the hole quick, and it was hard to dig out of that hole, but you gradually did.
Yeah, there's a couple things I've seen before, and one thing I never have. I've never seen us with that kind of tunnel vision like we had in the first half, and then. It was an interesting mix because in the locker room we had the attitude like we were going to win, and then on the floor it seemed like we all of a sudden forgot that we knew how to win. So interesting, start and challenged them with the first time out, challenged them in the locker room, and they definitely responded. So it's not the worst thing to have happen because you learn that you got to make sure that you're always punching back and you remember who you are and how hard you've worked to get here, but it's disappointing because we definitely missed an opportunity, especially with how we played in the second half. Like if you play like that for 32 minutes, you have a good chance to beat these guys.
I thought one of the things that Jimmy and I kind of talked about it was you had a little bit more depth. They go with a 6-player rotation, maybe 7. They've kind of tightened that up since Robinson returned, and I thought maybe you could kind of wear him down, keep him.
Well, that was the game plan,
and I knew that was part of it.
We just didn't survive the first half.
Yeah.
And, we've never had a game where we've turned it over. I think it was like 14 times in the half or something like that. What did you? Is that right?
No, things cooled off in the second half for you, but you had 13 turnovers in the first half.
It was everyone.
And it was everyone.
So, yeah, it's an interesting thing because Kevin O'Hare always says the value of this team is we're pretty good unless they're all terrible at once, and we sure were. I don't know if we were down 25 or more, but it was a lot of our doing, and then obviously you get them on the run and they're making highlight plays. So there's a lot to learn, and there's a lot that we can take from this, and I'm very happy that we were able to fight back in the second half. But definitely missed opportunity.
No question, but you're also taking on a Valley team very athletic.
Yeah.
They've been
we
there,
can't
done
get
that.
them going in transition, and that's the thing is these are live ball turnovers. I don't know how many of them are live ball, but you said they only made 3 of 7 threes. Is that right?
Jimmy had that.
That's part of the game plan. The problem is you also don't want them dunking and laying it in off 1 foot as much as they did in the first half.
Well, you look at the first half in itself. They didn't attempt a 3-point shot until midway through the second quarter. Made most of their production inside the paint, which that became the issue. Is their athleticism, their quickness to get to the basket, and then when the contest or the defense broke down into them, they were either going to the line or they were finding
a lot of fouls, just bad closeouts. We just kind of lost our base defense. A lot of it is just we were on a run in the whole. We were running back the whole time, and never really getting matched up, never really getting into our base D, and they were able to attack downhill. So,
visit with Justin Einerson, Dowling boys basketball coach, following tonight's game. Valley defeats Dowling 74-62. The Maroons fall to 8-3 overall. Valley moves on with a record of 9-2. One thing Jimmy and I talked about with the comparisons of free throw shooting before the game, Valley has went to the line. They've lived the line all year with their, not a whole lot of depth in their team, but they go to the free throw line a lot. And we look at ours, and it's like, well, Dowling goes to the line, but not enough. Tonight was a big discrepancy. 24 times Valley goes to the line, 10 Maroons go to the line, and that's just something the way they play, and they play it very well as they get to the line.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tricky thing because we talk about going to the free throw line a lot, but you don't want to get into grifting for fouls either, where you're just getting in there trying to get fouled.
Right.
So, we saw a drive by Noah mid-third quarter where he pulled up into a floater when he probably should have taken an extra dribble. And it's stuff like that we just need to get a little bit sharper with, like making sure that, you look at Nate. Nate attacks the rim on 2 feet, shoulder to the rim every single time. And we're struggling to get more guys to do that. So, yeah, we're 2 3-point dependent at this point, and we're not getting to the line enough, and that is definitely what Valley does.
It's just hard to mimic that speed in practice.
Can't do it.
The
we don't have a lot of guys that can do it.
The passing lanes become so minimal,
right.
and then they throw the press at you throughout the first half, and I thought at times you guys attacked it really well, and at times you slowed it up, and their quickness in the middle of the court really caused your guards a lot of issues.
Yeah, I can't go too much into the X's and O's of that, but we weren't doing what we try to do with our press breaker for probably the first 5 minutes of it, and then once we figured it out, it was ineffective. But by then they had already built their lead. So, the thing to hang your hat on is we learned, things we need to be sharper with, and we know that we're going to fight back no matter what situation we're in. So that's positive.
You saw some guys knock down 3-point shots.
Maddox is shooting well.
Maddox, he's starting to feel that confidence, and it's probably at the right time. You're turning this run into mid-January, and you really want to make a strong run to fit yourself into a seed. And guys like Maddox become so vitally important to the success of this team. And if he can continue to find his confidence, knock down those shots, great things are going to continue to happen. Noah Martins continues to be rock solid, and at times Charlie Crane was Charlie Crane, and then at times the big men wore out on them or wore out on him with Urek in the middle, and it showed a little bit of Charlie's vulnerability in the middle, but still high production out of him in a game that could have been blown out of the gymnasium.
Yeah, I mean, just their mentality from halftime was just really fun because I said, the goal of this half is not to worry about the scoreboard. It's just I want to see the team that we've been since we started in spring. And, for 16 minutes, I never saw it. And then second half, that was us. And, you saw Alfred come out and do what he does and do it at a high level. That was pretty cool, and that's an option that we have down the stretch here in the second half of the year. But, yeah, Charlie missed some bunnies early, and sometimes I think that offensive end still affects his defensive end. And, when we're mature enough to fight through that and just keep defending, I think we're going to be as good as anybody.
Visit with Justin Einertson, the Dowling boys basketball coach, following the Valley's win tonight, 74-62. And that's a kid I was going to talk about was Alfred Coley. Had a nice sophomore game. He had limited 2 quarters here in the varsity game, and it came in and gave you some nice minutes when things went south in the bigs, with Moore and with Crane in a little foul trouble. You bring him in, and he was kind of a breath of fresh air and all that madness.
Yeah, we needed that. I feel like that definitely helped us, kind of cut back into that lead a little bit. Alfred's interesting because, Quincy's kind of our backup tough kid, can guard the perimeter, maybe a little bit better than Charlie can, but Alfred can kind of do both. He just doesn't have any experience. So I thought he played awesome. I think our guys really trust him, which is great. It's only going to grow. But yeah, that was definitely a spark plug for us. We needed that. We were able to play 2 bigs. I think we've only done it 2 games this year, and I think it might be both the Valley games. But yeah, he did a nice job.
Well, Coach, we all traveled to Ankeny Centennial this Friday night. Played them about a month ago, December 10th here, and a 15-point win for the Maroons. They got kind of scrappy. You got a nice lead in that game, started playing very well, and then they came back, tried to close it out, and your kids kind of dug down and knocked some shots down and free throws down at the end. But taking on Coach Fontana, I know their record isn't very good, but they play hard, and they always play hard at home.
Yeah, I mean, tough matchup for us. They're going to be small, and they'll attack the rim and try to get to the free throw line. So got to make sure that we're doing a great job on all those guards and punish them on the offensive end. But we're just excited to have another opportunity to play. You know, you want to flush this, and guys seem to be focused to get back in the film room and weight room and practice tomorrow.
Good. Well, Coach, anything else you want to share with us? Otherwise, we'll cut you loose and talk to you Friday night up in Ankeny.
Yeah, great crowd to all the people listening on their way home. Thanks for coming out. And if you stay with this group, we're going to pay it off.
Oh, I should ask you this. What'd you tell BJ after the game? Because he was having some fits over there at times tonight.
I don't remember.
Anything?
It's usually something derogatory about Andy Woodley, but he's a good friend of both of ours.
That's right.
So.
The Woodley tie.
I know he's not listening, but
he's probably out scouting for somebody. You know, he hire a scout. Coach Woodley.
Yeah, he's always watching.
And he's a good guy. All right. Well, listen, appreciate it. Thank you for stopping up. I know it's a tough night, but I think that group in that locker room learned a few things tonight.
Yep, we'll grow.
And you will.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Justin Anderson, Dowling boys basketball coach. And we will be back. We'll take a 1-minute break, our final break of the night. Roman Wilkham is our studio producer on Iowa Catholic Radio alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadeo. Final score, Valley 74, Dowling Catholic 62 in the boys contest, and the girls game was won by Dowling 78-53. We'll be back to wrap things up from the Dowling Gym in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting people to Christ with local faith leaders.
Hi, I'm Father George, pastor of Immaculate Conception Church in St. Mary's and Holy Trinity of Southeast Warren County in Milo and Lacona, inviting you to experience the truth, beauty, and goodness of the Catholic faith. Mass and reconciliation times can be found on our website, immaculateconceptionstmarys.org.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting people to Christ and His Church on their faith journey.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Welcome back to the Dowling Gym for the final time tonight as we wrap things up here on the post-game show following Valley's win in the boys contest, 74-62 over Dowling Catholic. Valley boys now improved their record to 9-2, ranked second in the last poll that came out on Monday in Class 4A. Dowling falls to 8-3. Maroons ranked 9th in their poll. Dowling traveling to Yankee Centennial. That'll be our next broadcast on Friday night. Dowling at Yankee Centennial, girl-boy doubleheader. And for the Valley Tigers, they'll be home against third-ranked Waukee Northwest on the boys' side. That'll be a tremendous matchup. And Northwest tonight was playing Johnson out at Northwest. Tremendous girls matchup.
Who ended up winning that girls' game? I was getting
Johnson came back and won.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Talent.
So we got a lot of that. And Jimmy, as Coach Anderson mentioned, you got to flush this and move on. But you want to learn from a game like this. The Maroons completed well in the second half. As I mentioned, they outscored Valley 43-30. But you get behind by 24, 25 points at halftime. Oh, it makes it real tough.
Well, Valley had a lot to do with everything that the Maroons wanted to do and couldn't get it done. As Coach Anderson was mentioning, that he thought the team was really excited to get on the floor, and they had a game plan, and it just, when they get across the line, things just didn't execute. And it's not really what the Maroons were doing wrong. It's really what Valley was doing well. And so, sometimes that happens. But fun crowd, fun atmosphere. There's going to be more of these games coming up. In mid-January, you flush it and move on to the next.
Absolutely. Well, Jimmy, we will talk to you Friday night. In the meantime, I know you got a lot more miles to log with you got South Dakota, Nebraska, and Northwest Iowa out of the way. Now you're going to Northeast Iowa. So safe travels in this ice-cold weather that we're below zero sometimes, wind chills and 20 below. And, yeah, we got people in Arizona and Florida listening to us laughing. It's
California.
You guys are still up there. California, that's right. Had a group of contingents out there. But, hey, we'll save you a seat. We'll be sitting next to one of your coaches, Mr. Pollock, on Friday night. Hopefully he has room for us.
And I always get the worst of the seats, so, yeah. That's okay, but Yankee Centennial will be a fun night.
Like in what way do you get the worst? I mean, you want to sit next to him?
Well, I end up sitting behind a bunch of people. I can't see the floor, but that's okay.
Well, that's how you call this game. You know, you got Raider Rob in your way. You never say anything to get out of the way, Raider Rob. So, you know, come on.
Rob's begging you to get off the
He's going to unplug us here in a second. So, all right, we'll start the close out. Sorry, Raider Rob. We'll start to close. Jimmy, safe travels. We'll see you Friday night. Jimmy Cataldo, my broadcast partner, and that'll wrap things up. Roman Wilkham, what a job he did back at the Iowa Catholic Radio studios with all the music he spun between commercials, and we appreciate him. Our thanks to the folks here at Dowling, Tom Wilson, the athletic director, Jared Herring, and Colleen Webb. And our studio producer, again, was Roman Wilkham. Our thanks to Deacon Mark Campbell, the executive director of Iowa Catholic Radio, and the director of program and network development, Matt Wilkham, and Aiden Pugh, our associate producer. And our thanks to the folks at Valley High School, including their soon-to-be retired athletic director, Brad Rose, who will retire at the end of this fiscal year. Valley basketball head coaches Matt Utoff on the girls' side and B.J. Windhorst on the boys. And our thanks to the Dowling coaches, Kristen Meyer, the girls' coach, and Justin Ironson, the boys' coach. Our next high school basketball broadcast on Iowa Catholic Radio is this Friday night, January 17th, 2025. Dowling Catholic on the road at Ankeny Centennial. Pregame at 6 o'clock, tip-off 6:15 for the girls' game, 7:45 for the boys from the Ankeny Centennial High School gym. Join Mike Burkett and Jimmy Cataldo and me for the broadcast this Friday night here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. For my broadcast partners, Mike Burkert and Jimmy Cataldo, this is Mark Amadale, thanking you for listening and tuning in to the official radio network of Dowling Catholic High School Sports here on Iowa Catholic Radio. And our thanks to the CISN webcasting team, including Pete Tarpey, Justin Wolber. Our director tonight was Aaron Bandy, Isaiah Cardenas, and Randy Nilsson. Thanks, guys. Great job on their production. And for all of us from the Iowa Catholic Radio, the final scores for the final time. In the girls contest, it was Dowling 78, Valley 53. The Dowling girls improved their record to 11-2. Valley falls to 4-9. In the boys contest, Valley boys improved their record to 9-2. Dowling falls to 8-3 as the Valley boys defeated Dowling 74-62 in a battle of two top 10 teams. And from all of us here with the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, this is Mark Amadale thanking you for tuning in tonight, and have a safe and blessed, faith-filled evening.
Coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Mercy One, Blessman International, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Fast Signs in Clive, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Bozen the Florist. Please support the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The preceding has been a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.